TV in there. Every time I turn it on, it says, setting up your entertainment experience.
Oh, true.
Right? And I'm just like, and then it fucking turns on and it's like fucking Murdoch Mysteries or something. It's like,
Yo, classic show. That's a CBC staple.
Yeah, that's true.
Much like, do you know what I used to do?
It might be a CBC staple, but I wouldn't call it a entertainment experience.
No, it's definitely not. I mean, I used to have this girl at work. I used to fuck with her all the time and tell her that I was an actor. And she was like, oh yeah, what were you in? I was like, Republic of Doyle.
That's a good one too, Republic of Doyle.
Yeah, because she's like, what episode? I was like, I can't remember what episode it was, but I'm eating a hot dog on the back of the scene while Doyle's talking to the cops. And she's like, really? I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm known on the internet as Hot Dog Man.
Hot Dog Man. Not the guy who just broke the hot dog eating record. Joey Chestnut, name drop.
Oh, Joey Chestnut. Congratulations. Who was the other guy? Kobayashi?
Kobayashi.
That was the last guy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I know. That was
or is that a stepbrother? I mean, it's in stepbrother.
No, it's the real guy.
But that's what he's referring to.
That's the hot dog eating guy. Yeah.
yeah.
The Japanese guy that ate like 57 hot dogs in a minute or something.
Oh yeah, that's why he's like, eat your dick, because the dick is like, okay,
like,
now.
Shall we jump into this?
Yeah, okay. So let's jump into it already.
All right. Yeah, welcome to Movie LaBuffs.
What up? I'm Todd.
Hey, I'm Owen. This week we watched Booksmart.
Whoa.
Female-driven,
super bad
coming-of-age movie. Yeah, super bad type.
But like, kind of like the movie we watched before.
Yeah. Also like a coming-of-age movie. Yeah. Booksmart was...
You know what they all have in common? Booze and girls.
That is true.
You know what that means.
Getting drunk and getting fucked. What does that mean?
Booze and girls. You know what I mean? I think you do. That's Joe Trujillo in it's super bad. You know, he's driving them in the car and he's like, there's gonna be so many girls. Yeah, you guys on MySpace or?
Yeah, they also have a character like that in this movie, I guess. It's like the guy that like thinks he's so cool, but he's not.
But he's not. Yeah.
Like the guy
kid from Santa Clarita Diet.
The kid from recently Curb Your Enthusiasm.
He's also in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
And he's so good in that. Yeah,
he's in Righteous Gemstones as well, actually.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
So I honestly think like, what's his name again? Sorry. It's a more sophisticated name.
Skylar Gisondo,
yeah, very sophisticated name.
That is
I think this kid's going to be like a big, like this guy will be a big deal soon.
Oh, he's really good. Like, in his acting in Curb was fucking amazing.
This is great. And I don't know, you haven't seen Gemstones, I'm assuming, right?
I have seen Gemstones.
Yeah, right.
Who's he in Gemstones?
He's the son. He's the stuntman's son.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Danny McBride's son. Yeah. He's like one of the guys who tries to rip him off. Yeah.
Okay. It's been a while.
He's good. He's
We're talking about the rich kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't remember him in Righteous Gemstones. I watched it when it was coming out, so.
Yeah, true.
It was a while ago now, I guess.
A couple of years. 3 years.
Yeah, and I have a bad memory with that.
But yeah, he plays the son in it. And he's good and he's great in that too. He's also in Santa Clarita Diet. He's very, very good in that. He's between him and Timothy Olyphant, like
nice.
Very solid acting.
Yeah. I like that kid a lot. When I didn't know he was in this, so when I saw him, I was like, oh, sick.
Yeah, neither did I. And when I saw him, I was like, okay. I was like,
yeah, and he plays one of the more comedic characters, maybe.
Yeah, him and his sister kind of have the comic relief.
Yeah, his sister.
Isn't that his sister?
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like, no, it's his girlfriend, I think.
What
is it his sister?
It is his sister.
I thought it was his girlfriend the whole time.
No, what are you smoking? That was 100% his sister.
Huh. Well, they have a very loving relationship.
Like Angelina Jolie and her brother, right?
Exactly.
So John Voight did National Treasure because of that.
Yeah. It's like that John Voight is in... I always thought that was weird. John Voight is in Tomb Raider. And then,
oh my god, he is in Tomb Raider.
Yeah, and you see like Angelina Jolie's side boob in it while she's showering, and it's just like, I wonder what he thought while at the premiere watching this.
Yeah, it's like kind of like in like that show The Deuce with Maggie Gyllenhaal, like where you just see her naked all the time, and she's always getting like jizzed on by guys, like kind of like thing, like
Jesus,
and like it's very like graphic. What? It's like a 1970s. It's setting up like it's about the porn industry in like the 70s, right? And she plays like an adult film star. But anyway, the only time, like, every time there was like a scene like that or something in it, because there's multiple scenes where you see her very like, and very peculiar situations.
Yeah.
I would always wonder, I was like, I wonder what Jake Gilly thinks about it. It's like, he's got to watch the show, right? Like,
well, maybe he wouldn't for that reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume so. It's like, don't watch it. Like,
yeah, well.
But John Voight probably went to the premiere of that movie.
Oh, yes, he did. That's for sure.
Do you think he covers his eyes or just like disowned her right after that?
I don't know.
Because didn't he disown her for kissing her brother?
Yeah, I remember hearing that, but I don't know if that was a rumor or a real thing.
Well, he did disown her. Like, he was like, no, like, he didn't talk to her for years.
But was it because of that is what I don't know is true or not.
Yeah, maybe because she adopted a bunch of kids.
Yeah. Maybe because she treated Brad Pitt poorly.
What a sin.
How dare you fuck with Bradley Pitts? Well, let's get into some of the credits for Booksmart.
Yeah, we got a little off topic there.
Booksmart was directed by Olivia Wilde. It was written by writing duo Emily Halpern and Sarah Haskins. They have some like more unknown like TV credits, writing credits. Mm-hmm. Susanna Fogel, who I think came in to rewrite the script.
Susanna Fogel?
Yeah. Funny
coincidence?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I think so.
Okay.
She wrote The Spy Who Dumped Me.
Oh, is that fucking bad movie with the girl from SNL's in it? Kate McKinnon.
And
the hot one from that 70s show.
Yeah, who's that?
Not Donna. Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
Not saying that Donna's not hot. She's attractive in her own right, but like...
Yeah.
But, no, Mila Kunis.
Yeah, Mila Kunis. Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah.
I saw the poster.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. It looks bad. Anyway.
Yeah, it was one of those I saw it. I was like, oh, come on. I was like...
And also, there's another writer on here, Katie Silverman, and I think she wrote the original script, but I'm not sure. She was a writer's assistant in a lot of things, and she wrote the movie, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's called Isn't It Romantic? It stars Rebel Wilson, Liam Hemsworth, and Adam Devine. Have you heard of that movie? Came out in 2019.
It sounds like a fucking one of those like...
Guess what it's about, and I bet you're going to be right.
Is it about the girl thinking she wants to be with the Hemsworth brother, but then ends up being with Adam Devine in the end?
No, absolutely wrong. I knew you wouldn't get it right.
Fuck!
No, I don't know. It could be. Mm-hmm. It probably is. I haven't seen it, but it's about Rebel Wilson stuck in a rom-com.
Oh, yeah. I saw the trailer for that. I actually thought that looked like kind of funny, like in a weird way.
It seems like it could be kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'll check that out.
But,
yeah, where it's like, she's like, I'm stuck in a rom-com. Like,
kind of cliche type movie.
But she's alright. She's funny. Like, I like her. Like, she's like very dry. Like,
and I bet you're right. Yeah, about she
thinks she wants like.
Yeah, sure.
That's how it always ends up. There's a couple. It's so funny when you see that. There was one instance I remember. I don't remember what the movie was specifically, but John Krasinski was the guy who was like the friend to the girl that you thought he was going to end up with in the end. And I went to the movies to see the girl a long time ago, but. Yeah, you think like the girl's gonna end up with Krasinski because she's pining over like this like really attractive guy who's like kind of a dick, and in the end of the movie, Krasinski professes his love to her, and she like rejects him, and then ends up with the other guy in the end. And I was like, what the fuck? It was,
okay.
Yeah, it was like a big curveball. Like, and I was
okay,
like,
well, yeah, fuck.
I was like, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta throw those curveballs in there.
Yeah, but then he got jacked, and now he's
switch it up.
007.
Ryan was
Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan. Oh no.
Now he's Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan.
Okay, so those are the writing credits. So written by 4 women. It stars Kaitlyn Dever, who plays Amy, and Beanie Feldstein, who plays Molly, lead duo. Yeah, and then there's a whole bunch of other people in this movie that I think
they're just like mishmash characters.
Yeah, but I think the casting is really good. What do you think?
The casting was very high school oriented. Like you know how they're supposed to be high school kids? Like you know when you watch some movies and you're like, I don't believe that person's in high school.
You know what? Yeah, so the thing is like, so this came out in 2019 and it takes place in 2019. And I was like, all of these kids seem so believable to be in high school in 2019.
Yeah. They looked the part.
Down to like, there's this like 2 of the bro characters who I liked. I thought they were great, but they're like skateboarders and stuff, and I was like, only in 2019 would the bro characters in a movie be
Yeah.
skaters, right? I guess that's a California thing too, but
I mean, it also could be a sign of like times have changed since we were in high school.
well, yeah, that's what I mean too. Yeah, like
that's what it reminds me of. Like, you know, in like 21 Jump Street when like they're coming in and Channing Tatum he's like I know how this goes. He's like why is everyone two strapping it? Like,
yeah, I'm one strapping it.
And he sees the guy and he's like fucking nerd, and they're like, come on, man, he's the next guy. Okay, so essentially, Booksmart is these very two high achieving girls in school who get into Ivy League schools, and you know they never go out and party, and you know they just stay in and study very hard. And I knew a lot of people like this growing up.
Were you one of them?
Oh, sure. These girls, one of the girls ends up finding out that like all her underclassmen that she thought were all like buffoons and idiots and morons all got into these really good schools like Stanford and like these really hard schools to get into, like, and she's like flabbergasted at the fact that they all got in, and she realizes, oh, we've wasted our high school, like we haven't done anything, we've only been concerned with school, right?
Yeah, they haven't partied, like everyone else got to party and they still got to go to good school.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they feel like they fucked up.
Mm-hmm. So the movie is basically like the jocks, like the cool kids, are having a massive rager, right? Classic party movie scenario. Yeah. It's, you know, it's just trying to get to that one big party at the end with roadblocks along the way, and comedy will ensue.
Yeah, so it's like it's like that one night
could change the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This party can change us,
and all the crazy things that happen to them along the way while they try to get to the party.
Yeah, and I'll save you some spoilers. It does follow the exact standard of all of those movies. Where
it's fairly formulaic.
Yeah.
But there's some like
there's some cool stuff that was
there's some like differences in like kind of the way they do things, or you know, it's just like I think a lot of it is the characters are what
did it for me the most.
I want to go back to the casting, because it was cast by Allison Jones, who's
The Office.
Yes,
yeah. She's done a lot of big. She's casting queen.
She's the best.
She's the queen of casting.
So she's at The Office, Arrested Development, and then like she did Superbad and 40-Year-Old Virgin and Simon versus the World. What's that movie called?
Oh, fuck. I know you're
talking. Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Yeah.
Simon Says versus the World. So she's essentially the queen. She casted all the Office
she's
people.
The best. And you can see that in this movie. It's like every little role is kind of like really well cast, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
Even down to Mike O'Brien being the pizza delivery guy.
Oh my god!
I don't see him in enough.
I don't. He's not in enough shit.
I love that guy.
I love Sudeikis in his role.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: are you a fan of Sudeikis?
I love Sudeikis. I'm not a huge fan of SNL per se. SNL.
And
Sudeikis.
His era is.
Yeah, it's a little shaky. I like Sandberg. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Forte is in that.
Forte is also in that too, and I do love Forte.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised Forte. Well, yeah, that's right. Forte is in this. He's the dad,
and he's great in this.
And also in Good Boys, he was the dad as well. As well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, to be fair, Forte. I think we're at this point now where Forte is just in everything. Like, every time I watch something, Forte is always in it. Like,
yeah, it's strange. He's playing these small roles.
Yeah, he's always in something. Like, every time I watch something, I'm like, oh, there's Forte. Or his voice is, or his Lennon is using voice acting. You know?
True. Yeah. Also, Lisa Kudrow is the mom.
Yes. Yeah. And he ends up like he plays like the loving dad. Like, I think it's because he just had a kid recently, or like a couple years ago.
Okay.
So he's playing more dad roles. Oh, it's true. Yeah. So he's playing more. You've seen more dad roles.
That could be true. That's true. Yeah.
No, the casting was great. I think every character fit the casting, like the needs of the story. Like everyone was very believable in their roles that they had.
Let's jump into like what we liked, I guess. Like
Well, what did you like the most about it?
Well, the characters, I guess. Like I was saying, that's probably my favorite. I think it was pretty well written. Like it seems like it went through a lot of rewriting.
Mock.
I also saw the first draft was written in 2009. So
right around the Superbad era.
Yeah, that's true. It could be that it just wasn't like, greenlit until now, but it also
the world wasn't ready for female acting apparently.
I thought you were going to say gay central characters. But
also true.
But that is a rewrite that I read about.
Really? So she originally wasn't.
Susanna Fogel that's one of her rewrites. She made Amy, played by Kaitlyn Dever. Okay, yeah.
Really?
Oh, so she has like a crush on this girl named Ryan, who's played by Victoria Ruska, who is a actual professional skateboarder.
Oh, really? Okay, that makes sense because she seems like she's taken a couple falls with the way she talks.
Oh God!
I thought there was something wrong with her.
Oh, sure. Jeez, that's harsh. But I liked that. I also thought about the casting there. I was like, she seems more like unique and cool, and like these are the people I think that like in high school you have like crushes on. It's not like the fucking stereotypical handsome person, you know, like in most movies.
Yeah. It was very like
she's
real.
Cool because she's down to earth and a skater, and you know.
I don't like it's. Maybe I don't understand high school, but it's just like to you. Did the kids not seem that mean when the girl like chirps them? She's like, "Oh, fuck you!" Like, blah, blah, blah. I was sitting there. I was like, I remember high school, and this was not. People were not this nice.
Like, there's a scene where Molly is in the bathroom, and they're all chirping her, be like, "Oh, she's the worst. She tries too hard." And then she comes out of the like stall she's in, and they're all like, "Oh shit!" And then they immediately feel terrible, and for the rest of the movie, like, want to be your friend and feel bad and stuff. And it's like,
I don't think I would never. I didn't see any shit like that go down.
That didn't happen back in the day. Maybe kids are nicer now.
Yeah, maybe they're all two-strapping it. We don't know.
I was two-strapping it in high school.
I had to two-strap it because my bag was full of homework.
What was it?
No, I didn't have a bag.
I don't believe you.
I didn't have a bag. Okay, so what did you think of, like, did you find it to be, like, its own movie, or did you find it, like, it kind of just went on that own traditional path of, like, this is the best night ever?
I think it's a bit of both, because we don't have too many coming-of-age movies where it's two female best friends.
Yeah, it was different in that aspect.
That are also, like, good movies. Like, this is a good movie.
And I love the interaction between the two girls.
Yeah, and
that was the strongest. I think I can see, honestly, in the future another movie where the two of those two are in it together.
They could work. Yeah, they could work together again. Apparently, they lived together for 10 weeks to like help their relationship. But yeah, Kaitlyn Dever, who plays Amy, was like so good. I thought.
Oh, she's great. Her
facial reactions and stuff like that were really, really good. I thought. So yeah, and they were both great and funny. But yeah, I think like you were saying, the formulaic like one night to party super bad type thing.
It very much followed that.
It's definitely there, but it's also like it's unique because it's these two girls and one of them's gay, and it's like putting that on the formula I think is great because we don't have that really. Yeah. That I can think of.
No, there hasn't really been one like that.
Like the other movie I would maybe compare this to is Lady Bird, because that's
I would very much agree with you on that one.
It's coming of age female for
that one's a little more. She's also in Lady Bird as well.
Yeah.
Fucking what's her name?
Yeah.
I can't believe I blanked on her name.
Beanie Feldstein.
Now that is Jonah Hill's sister,
yes,
right?
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was not a fat joke. That was just me.
God damn it.
I was just trying to...
She is. Kaitlyn Dever is from Last Man Standing, the Tim Allen show. She's one of the daughters.
Oh, get her out of there.
And that show's apparently still going.
It's the last show standing.
It's It is the last show standing.
I mean, damn if it's going.
Does Tim Allen need that much money? How long did fucking Tool Time go for?
90. I could be wrong, but like definitely early 90s. So like I'm thinking like 91, 92.
Like at least
to like 99. Like it went for like 6 or 7 seasons.
It went for a while.
Because JTT grew up on that.
Last Man Standing started in 2011.
Oh, that's still going.
It's still going, apparently.
There are shows that are like that, though. Like, what's a good example of it? Modern Family. Like, Modern Family
still going?
It just finished, but it went for 11 seasons.
Holy fuck.
That's a long time for a sitcom.
I remember watching that show and, like...
I remember when it came out.
Yeah, the first season I liked it when it came out, but rewatching it recently, the first season was awesome.
Second's okay, and then it kind of goes downhill from there.
Exactly. And when it was on, I think it might have been the 4th season coming out, and I was like, this is bad.
It kind of picks up again because like I got to like I got to about season 8, and then I kind of just like I was like I've had enough. Like it just became the same plots over and over again, like kind of like just kind of the same formula, and but yeah, like it gets strong again towards like the 6th or 7th season a little bit. Then it kind of just goes downhill. But
yeah, true.
But yeah, interesting. I didn't know that she was in that show with Tim Allen.
Yeah, I understand it.
Yeah.
She's also in Justified.
Oh, with what's his face? From also from Santa Clarita Diet, Timothy Olyphant.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't he play a gunslinging sheriff in that one?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. If anyone plays that character, because he's also does he play a cowboy in something? I'm thinking of Tarantino movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Does he?
Yeah, well, he's the actor that's acting with Leah, remember?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, when he does that whole, like, when he's doing that whole monologue, when he's like, now you're going to play your little chili pepper hot out.
Yeah. Nice. So, what do you think about, like, did you find it was, like, too formulaic, or?
I did. That was the only gripe I have with it.
Okay.
Is that it was too, like, it didn't surprise me.
You know what?
It went down and I don't know if it's supposed to be, like, if it's written that way, like.
Yeah.
If it's like.
I think it is, kind of.
Like, it's like, we all know what's going to happen kind of thing, but you're just on it for the ride, kind of like a roller coaster. Like.
Yeah, like, immediately, like, I was pretty sure Ryan's going to turn out not to be gay, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, like, okay, who's the other?
I was surprised though that the other girl was like into the other guy. That was the only thing that kind of looped me.
True. Yeah,
but I knew also ultimately at the end she was ending up with. I thought that the other girl was going to end up with his sister. That was the only thing that got me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my running theory.
Okay, I didn't catch that, but I did catch that it was going to be Hope, the girl.
Oh, really?
She ends up with. Yeah, because, like, that's the thing about these movies, is, like, she's the only other female actor with
and
lines.
She's clearly a fucking model, too, right? Like,
and she's, like, a dick, so obviously it's going to turn out, like, she's only a dick because, you know, she's, like...
She's bi-curious
she's got her
and
own
she doesn't
problems.
know, right? Yeah.
Whatever.
High school's hard on everybody, even the hot chicks.
But that girl is, who plays Hope, is Diana Silvers from Space Force. Did you watch Space Force?
She's the daughter in that.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode and I didn't go back. How far did you go into
I watched
that?
the whole thing.
Oh, you're fucked. How bad was it?
I didn't mind it. Man.
Oh, you're fucked.
I know. Everyone hates it. I didn't mind it. But yeah, she plays the daughter, and that was just, like, bothering me watching this movie. I was like, where is this girl from? And yeah, Space Force.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, where was this acting in Space Force?
That's true. I think she's pretty good, but interesting thing about her is she's only ever acted in 7 things and started acting in 2018.
Because she's hot. Like, that's what I'm, like, it doesn't matter. Like I'm pretty sure she's a model. Like, I think I saw something that she was a model. Or she did modeling or whatever. I'm sure they all do.
Yeah.
No, she was actually really good in this as well. Like, she was, like...
Yeah.
For her character that she played, she was good.
And back to the formulaic. Back to the formulaic thing. The one, like, I actually liked the scene, but the one gripe I had is, like, in these high school movies, the climax is often a big speech that they give at the end of the movie. Like,
yeah, like a breakdown.
Like Molly gives the fucking valedictorian speech, is what I mean, right?
Oh, I thought you meant like the argument. Okay, never mind. Yeah, but continue. Sorry.
Okay. No.
Shut up, Todd.
No, I mean, that happens too. That's formulaic too, but that's every movie. Like,
we all knew that was coming.
Yeah, right? every best friend movie, they gotta
tiff it up.
Yeah. But yeah, ending a coming of age movie with a big speech in front of your class is kind of lame.
Oh,
that happens all the time, and it sucks.
So I like those valedictorian speeches when they come up and they're like, we are the, you know, the future, and like, you know, this and that. It's like, shut up, who cares? It's like,
yeah, it's so funny thinking about that.
Yeah,
like, when,
it's like half of you are gonna drop out of school, and then the other half of you are gonna work and, like, you know.
Yeah, and also, like, get off your fucking high horse.
Yeah, like,
who's the future?
Yeah, and you know, I mean, it's just a testament, right? School's taken very different in the States than I think it is here. Like, there's a lot of emphasis put into, like, what college you go to and stuff like that. It's a big...
yeah, I guess. Yeah, that was the other thing.
It's a big issue. Like,
that we didn't really have is, like, that whole thing where they're like, oh, what college you got into?
Because we only have a select few schools here.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if you get into, like, Western or, like, you know, like, what's the big... Or York or whatever, like...
U of T.
U of T, sorry. Like, if you get into one of those, like, yeah, that's impressive, I guess. But...
Yeah, U of T is Ivy League. But I think, like, we only have a couple.
Yeah, I think Western, that one.
BC, I think.
Yeah, BC has a couple schools. Ottawa. University of Ottawa, I think is also, maybe. But yeah, either way, point being in the States, yeah, they take college very... Well, it's a cash grab in the States, right? Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, so all the kids got into the schools that they wanted to, at least.
Yay. Was that something I was kind of like... Is this realistic?
No, because some of those kids look like idiots. And
yeah.
I know for a fucking fact that in the States, the biggest issue that they have is, like, one of the guys like, I got into Stanford. I was like, you wouldn't, because nobody gets into those schools. Like, there's people all over the country in those schools that apply.
Well, that's what I thought.
And nobody gets in, ever. That's why they had that huge scandal thing where the guy was, like, getting kids in, like,
paying.
rich. He was getting rich kids in under scholarships. They were like, you're a tennis player.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like,
yeah, so they have, like, that we don't have.
So that's unrealistic. That's what all those kids got into all those schools. That would never, ever, ever, ever happen in a bathroom setting. Like just like 5 random kids like,
that's
oh, I into this. That would never, ever happen.
So, yeah, what the States have, though, what we don't have is, like, they have their SATs, and they do a big test.
Also true.
It gives them a score to go to whatever schools or whatever. And we don't have that. That's, like, a huge difference. So what they're saying in this movie is that even though all these people party, they're incredibly smart, I guess. Which I think also, like, you can be incredibly smart, but if you don't
apply yourself, you're not going to fucking get those,
If you don't study the fucking history textbook and know what happened in fucking ancient Rome or whatever, you're not going to score on that.
Well, yeah, we also had that discussion, like while we were watching the movie, my sister had gotten into, like, really good schools and, like, going into grade 12, and then she started partying in grade 12, and then she couldn't go to the schools because her grades went down. So she had to go to the University of Guelph instead of I can't remember what the original one was, but that's just to show you that, like, if like, it affects your grades, right? Like, going out and stuff, like, it does. Like, it's not to be like unconsequential, like, kind of thing, right? Like,
I did think it was a weird, like, switch for them to all of a sudden, like, these are 2 academics, for them to all of a sudden be like, this past 4 years have been a lie. We should have been partying. Like, that's kind of...
Yeah, very out of character a little bit. Yeah. Like, it's like there would have... I feel like there should have been a bit more leeriness to it. Like, you know, like, maybe, like, you know, like...
Yeah, like, I guess, like, I can believe that, sure, but it still was kind of like...
Yeah, the only unbelievable...
strange.
Yeah, the most unbelievable thing for me is still the fact that every single person in there was like, well, I got into this school. I got into this school. I was like, wait, what? Like,
yeah.
I was like, I find that very hard to believe.
Anything else that you didn't like?
No, that was pretty much, like, one of my very few, like, you know, issues I had with it.
We should talk about Olivia Wilde's directing. This is her directorial debut.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, if that's her debut movie, I'm excited for a second movie, because that was actually...
Yeah.
This is a very good job was done by this.
I thought she did a great job. The only thing that I didn't like, and I thought was a weird choice, I don't even know if you'll remember how this looks, but they show a bunch of, like, videos that the characters took on their phones, and then she shows it with this smaller black box.
Okay.
Where it's like the whole border is, like, black on the screen, and then it's like it doesn't look like a phone video. It's just
I remember what you're talking about. Yeah. It's more artsy, I think.
Cinematography choice, but I didn't like the look of it.
No, there was a few artsy things in there that I did. I was kind of like, I understand what you're doing. Was
strange.
Yeah, there's a couple things that I was like, I understand what you're doing. I just wasn't into it. I mean, not to spoilers anything, but, like, when the fact that they ended up doing the drugs or whatever, we don't really know what they were, or do you remember?
I think we can be in spoilers now anyway. So
okay, fuck it, we're in it.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, so they do they go to like the boat party that Jared invites them to, where
and the sister,
the sister gives them like strawberries laced with something.
Yes. Yeah. Also, we don't know what it is.
No.
So is it acid?
I think they say it's like. I think they say something like.
It wouldn't be acid because
it's something like peyote, like one of those.
Ayahuasca or something like that.
I think it might be ayahuasca. Yeah.
Okay, because they trip the fuck out, right? But then it's like I was watching. I was like, I don't think you would trip out like that.
No, incredibly unrealistic.
Yeah. I was like, that was kind of I was like, I get it. Like, do you always have to have drug use in these movies? Like, was that necessary?
I guess you have. Like, that's the other formulaic thing. Is like, I don't think those scenes are necessary anymore.
Yeah, it's not the
like
80s.
That.
It's not the 80s.
Like, so yeah, what happens is that they have eat these strawberries. They don't know they're laced, and then they go to another party, which is, I think. The guy's name's George. Like
the murder mystery party.
The murder mystery party.
That was funny when they get there and he's like, "Mom, Dad, shut up,"
which I really liked.
That was funny.
And that guy was good too.
That guy was so funny. Him and his boyfriend. Yeah, when he comes down in the grand entrance, he's like, "It's too much."
It's hilarious. They're drama students. They have this murder mystery party where they're given a pamphlet who their character is. It's hilarious. But anyway, halfway through the party, they start tripping out, and they turn into like.
Would you say tripping balls?
I would say tripping
balls with a Z.
I would say tripping balls. They turn into like these Barbie figures, I guess.
Yeah.
And they have this kind of funny scene with unrealistic proportions in that, but it's like incredibly unrealistic and kind of a tired.
Yeah, it's like I've seen it before. You know? Yeah. It was kind of like when we were watching Good Boys, and they were like. The MDMA, and I was like, someone's gonna but nobody ended up taking it, which was kind of cool to me because I was like, oh, they avoided that whole.
That's a huge cliche.
That huge cliche of like someone's gonna be fucked up, you know. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Yeah, and the other thing is like, if you're trying to be realistic in a movie, are you still making scenes where you're on some drug and everything completely changes? Like, no one really experiences that in real life, right? Like,
no, you're tripping out, man. Like, no, like seriously.
Which is better. That's a better doing drug scene, I guess.
You're freaking out, man.
Littering in,
smoking the reef. I actually like a subsequent side note. I watched Club Dread the other day.
Oh, nice.
Solid. Holds up again.
Does it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
Still pretty fucking funny.
Gotta do a rewatch on that.
I would. It's I wouldn't say it's better than Super Troopers, but better than Beer Fest.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, that's enough Broken Lizard stuff.
Yeah.
What would you give this bad boy?
I rated it a 7.
Really?
Mm.
I gave it a 7.5.
Okay.
I gave it a 7.5.
Yeah. I think it was pretty solid. I think just maybe not enough original shit going on. But...
No, I will say I did like the female aspect of it. It was nice. It was a bit more refreshing to have a different take on it. But I will say at the end of the day, it's still your classic kind of coming of age movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I think for me, the two girls made it that much better.
Yeah, and they were really good. So that's, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what really brought it all together for me. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, I would say check it out. And if you do like movies, obviously like Booksmart, or not Booksmart, sorry. Superbad or Good Boys.
Yeah, that's true.
Or,
any coming of age stuff. That's the other thing too, is I might be not so much into the high school coming of age movies anymore like I used to be, because I'm just not near that age anymore. And
yeah, it's all they've been done. It's been done.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Even I guess Good Boys tried to do different where it's coming of age, but they're very
younger.
Young.
Yeah, these all seem to be different takes on it. But at the end of the day, kids going to parties or kids on bikes or whatever, it's always the same. It's always the same thing, and I mean, I guess there's a market for it if you like these movies. If you're a diehard,
I do think there's a market for it. I think this is a good movie for high school kids to watch.
Yeah, I could see. I'm sure. I remember going to see Superbad. I remember going to see Superbad in high school in the movie theaters, at the Georgetown theaters. Yeah. I walked into a garbage can and fell off. The one when you come in. Everyone fucking laughed.
Sick. That was the funniest part of the movie.
Yeah, or when Michael Cera was going to have sex with that girl at the end. And he's like, oh no, I can't do it. And I can't remember who it was. Someone was just like, pussy. And they threw a bunch of shit at the screen. And I was like, oh, you don't get that anymore. Like, it's a small town movie theater.
God damn it. That's fucked. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Hey man, movie theater funny.
One other thing I didn't really like was the whole, like, she's going to Botswana for the summer thing, like to Africa to do.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. She's like, it's supposed to be a couple months, and then also a la Superbad, it was the same reveal. It was like, I'm not rooming with you. I'm going there, like, you know, kind of thing. Like, it's like I'm going here for a year actually instead of 3 months. Like,
yeah,
I didn't like that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It was the same exact thing. I was like,
but it's also is like building homes in Africa. Is that a naive thing? Like,
do you really care kind of thing? Like,
well, yeah, is it really like, are you really doing, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this, but
I understand what you're saying. Do you, like, white suburban kids really give a fuck about, like, doing shit like that? Is that what you're getting at?
I'm kind of getting at it, is it like, yeah, like making yourself, are you doing it to make yourself feel better type of thing?
Okay, yeah. I think that's I think those situations are always that, right?
They are, but so...
Like, who wants to do that?
But
the
writers of this movie, I think, should know that. And do they know that? And are they putting in there anyway?
Maybe they haven't built houses over.
Or do they think it's a noble thing to do, and that's why it's in the movie?
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. This is just my character. I don't think anybody seriously thinks, like, that's a good time. Like, yeah, it is a noble thing to do, and I'm sure it's a little rewarding, but, like, I feel like most people who go and do these things.
But it's like, you know, it's like that, like, whole, like, I mean, obviously the fucking religious retreats are way worse, but it's like,
oh god,
they go and take pictures of all the, you know,
the starving kids, and they're like, look what, you know what I did, type of thing. And yeah, like, someone will always tell you, like, I spent my summer doing this and this. You know what the real humbling thing would be to do, or, like, the real, like, showing that you care is just not tell anybody.
Well, yeah, there you go.
And let no one know, right?
So
so that's the only way you can truly, genuinely have done something like that.
Okay, and then in a movie standpoint, for this movie... like,
is it to build up the character?
Well, I don't... Maybe, to make her look better, but I don't know. Well, I was going to say is, like, in the end, like, so she hooks up with this girl, Hope, and...
There's hope.
There's hope, I guess, yeah.
Some strong writing.
Yeah, really, yeah. Wow, what a metaphor. But, like, you find out that that girl is going backpacking through Europe, so wouldn't a better ending to be, like, for...
Hey, I'm going with you.
Yeah, to go with her.
I think she says, she's like, hey, if you're ever in
She does say that, but
and she's like, yeah,
if you're
maybe.
ever in Botswana, do you think Hope is going to fucking end up in Botswana when she's backpacking Europe?
She's too hot for Botswana.
Maybe, yeah.
It's hot in Botswana.
It is hot in Botswana.
She's too hot for Botswana.
But yeah, so I don't know. That would have been a better ending, I think.
Yeah, if she was like, fuck the trip.
Yeah,
she's like, fuck the trip. I'm going to go scissor this girl abroad.
Yeah. Scissoring isn't real, Todd. Didn't you learn anything from the movie? They say that.
Oh, did they?
Todd's just repeatedly doing a scissoring motion with his hands. Don't know. Anyway. Can you fucking stop? But yeah, like, especially in these, like, a whole coming of age high school thing is like, high school at the end of the day doesn't really matter, you know? Like,
yeah.
Everyone, when you're in high school, you think it's this big thing. So a better way to end that and have this coming of age thing is to spend a summer with this random girl that you're hooking up with that it probably won't work out, but is a good experience and a leaving off point for the movie.
Also, I'd just like to add, my big thing was also, and I agree with you fully on that, I think that she should have just gone with her there, because that's how it should have just ended. Like, it would have been better. It would have been like, the girl could have been like, I'm happy that my friend is going off to, like, you know, with her lover to, like, go do whatever. But also, let me just point this out. It's high school. What comes after high school? Where are they going? That's where you get all your partying done. That's like, true. Why are they like, you know?
Why are they concerned with one last party?
Yeah, you just go party in high school.
When they're going to party in
like
college.
I think the point of Superbad is that, like, they want to get laid, so they're not
they're ready
shitty at fucking when they get to college, right? Like they're preparing for college.
Yeah.
This one is kind of just like, oh, we've missed out on high school. But like, if they're really as smart as they are, like they would know that like
they're going to party.
They're going to party. It's college. Like, it doesn't matter
true.
if you go to fucking Yale or Harvard or whatever. You're still gonna rage. I saw the Social Network movie. I know what those
Harvard kids are out too.
Those Winkle bosses are doing over there.
Yeah, that's true. What's that fucking movie? Is it? No, who's the guy that wrote Squid versus the Whale?
Oh, the other one
Noah
with
Baumbach,
right? Noah Baumbach. Yeah.
So,
the one with Jeff Daniels and
that's Squid the Whale. But the Noah Baumbach movie, or it's like his first movie. I don't know if you've seen this, but you got to. It's the most pretentious movie in the world, and it's also good, but it's actually called Kicking and Screaming,
not the Will Ferrell one.
not to be confused with the Will Ferrell.
I was like, what?
Yeah. But anyway,
Brian tells me about this all the time.
Really?
Yeah, he's like Kicking and Screaming. He's like, amazing movie. No, and I'm always like, the Will Ferrell one, and he's like, no, not the fucking Will Ferrell one.
So yeah, but it's about these like Harvard. It's like these like rich fucking intellectuals.
Oh my god, I've seen the trailer for this. I know exactly what you're talking about. They're just like these rich, pretentious guys who just want to fuck girls and like that's. And they
speak in this like he writes it in this like poetic way, and but
it's very sarcastic. Like
I don't think it is. No, it's a very kind of pretentious and poetic movie.
So it's like a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah, but to the a little more extreme with a way less budget and like way less locations. They're like in a house in a backyard kind of thing.
Cool. I haven't checked this out.
And it is good, but I can't remember what my point was. But
college.
Yeah. So in that, like, it's still about partying and stuff, even though they're the top of the top intellectuals in the world, was what they think.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Oh, so it's like they're the smartest people in the world, but you know what?
They're the smartest.
Smart people want to fucking party too, right? Like,
yeah.
Like nerds a party, like everyone rages.
Yeah, even the teachers used to come to the parties.
Yeah, the teachers. Doesn't the teacher fuck one of the kids in that movie?
Yeah, that's
what
true.
the fuck is up with that?
Yeah, that's true.
She's like, yo, I'm gonna just come hang out with you guys, and the kid's like, I work for Google. It's the kid from that movie where he gets his dick chopped off. That was on Netflix.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that kid's in a movie on Netflix. I watched a couple of years ago. It must have been. And they go into the wilderness, and he gets his dick cut off by accident, and the whole movie is just the kids trying to get his dick to like the hospital to reattach it.
Oh, really? What the hell?
I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but it was watchable. It was all right. But that's also another like that one actually was well written. Actually, I'd say check that out. Right. I'll try to remember what it's called. But yeah. Anyway, how weird is that? She's like, "You're 20. All right, that's good to go." Like the interview was like, "Wow, that's hot," but I was also like unprofessional.
Also, how old is she supposed to be? I mean, she could be
30.
She could even be in her 20s.
It's possible
as a high school teacher, but so it's not that like. And I guess the guy has graduated high school now, but it is kind of like very, very strange.
Nice.
Like, and it's sad that like the teacher has nothing better to do than crash a high school party.
Yeah, she's hot. So what the fuck?
Kind of like sneaks in.
Yeah, she's like, I got nothing to do.
Anyway, yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I was a little weirded out by that one. I was like, this is a little rapey. Like, it's kind of like not like.
Well, they're both down.
I know, but like, it's weird.
Yeah,
I'm like, and I know everyone's gonna be like, oh, fuck you, double standard, just because like I'm like, if it hadn't been roles reversed and that was a guy. Like,
oh god, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't do that, right? Yeah. Like, I mean,
no, that'd be fucked. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. So, like, look at
double
standard, ladies. It works both ways.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, overall, pretty solid flick.
Yeah, I would say. I think we both recommend to watch the movie.
I would recommend it.
All right,
recommend it.
Sick. Anything else? Final things to say about it?
I like the soundtrack.
Oh,
the soundtrack was good.
Yeah, the soundtrack and the score was done by Dan the Automator, who produced the Gorillaz albums.
Well, his name is Dan the Automator.
What?
What a fucking weird name.
Yeah. Especially if you have that in your credits, it's kind of fun.
Dan the Automator.
That's his name, Dan the Automator. Yeah.
DJ Yellow Wolf.
He was a DJ and, yeah, he produced Gorillaz. Boom, 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 bang, boom, 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 boom. Okay.